These hurt like a bitch. These are the ones I regret. But not like regret. I just feel like I was really young when I did these. And then this one didn't hurt. This one was really interesting. Felt it more on my nipples than in the actual place. And then this one, that one hurt.
Yeah,
I hurt like a bitch. My arm went numb after like the third round. But yes, this is my favorite. At a total for all these tattoos, I have paid maybe like $45. Dude, I got most of them for free. Grew up in Daly City almost all of my life. I lived in like this building. I remember once when I was a kid, my neighbors told me that it used to be a mental ward, and that where my garage was where they killed all the psycho people. So, bitch, my mom would make you throw the garbage out there, and I was hella scared. I was like, no. So I never did. I just threw it out the fucking emergency exit, and it landed on the fucking trash thing. I was like, there you go. I took out the trash. I had a lot of dolls. I had a lot of Brads. Those were my favorite dolls. For some reason, every doll that I had, I would always end up chopping their hair off. And I do that to myself now. I like to cut my hair. That's my favorite thing. I like doing a lot of things to my hair. It's green right now. It was supposed to be blue, but it's green. Personally, referring back to me having to grow up fast had to do with the fact that my mom was in an abusive relationship. So, you know, the abuse was personal and was with my mom. The guy that abused her also abused me sexually, sadly. So for 7 years of my life. Fun fact. Not that fun. But as crazy as it seems, I'm really glad that I went through the hardship that I went to at the age that I went to, because it has helped me grow. I don't feel like I'm like, you know, I'm going to turn 20 years old soon, and I don't feel like I'm like those other 20-year-olds out there that don't really know anything about life, that haven't experienced any fucking hardship at all. Like, I had to experience hardship at the age of 5. Like, when other kids are 5, the most they're fucking worried about is them getting a fucking bicycle, or like, you know, getting more toys. But no, I had to deal with some hard ass shit. My mom is, I love her, but she never had the strength to actually stand up for herself until recently. And I feel like, I don't mean to sound cocky, but I feel like that's because of me. And she sees that you can be fucking as powerful as you want. Like, the man is not the one that you're supposed to live to. He's not shit. Like, in all reality, it's like, you know, I've grown from the experience my mom has gone through, and I've grown through the experience that I've went through. And even though it was very shitty things that I went through, I feel like I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am. So, as fucked up as it sounds, I'm really glad it happened to me, because I don't know if anyone else would have been able to handle it at such a young age. For the most part, I feel like I was pretty good at putting on a face, you know, at school. Nothing ever happened. No one ever knew. You know, pretend to like, I was a normal kid. As normal as someone that had lost their innocence at like that age can be, you know. I feel like I try to be friends with everyone. I try to be nice. School was like my escape from life, which is why I loved elementary school so much, and which is why I feel like I used to actually do good in school, because school was my actual escape from like everything that I was going through, and I can be myself, and I can be as bitchy as I wanted to, or as happy as I wanted to. Like, you know, I feel like I could be absolutely anyone that I wanted to, and I wouldn't get judged. But sadly, as you get older, kids start to become meaner, and bullying does happen. So Middle school was hell. Middle school, I was bullied for being fat and for being brown, for being hairy. You know, as from Hispanic descent, my dad's Guatemalan, my mom's Salvadorian. They're fairly, you know, hairy people. My dad's straight up an Indian from Guatemala. Like, he's a very hairy man. So I'm a very hairy girl. You know, I used to have a unibrow, a mustache. To get made fun of because I never had big boobs, but I was fat. So people would like make fun of me for that. You know, kids are cruel, but it's okay. It has to happen because it just, I don't know. Bullying just goes to show you that words really don't mean shit unless you let them mean shit. Like, it's really up to you. You control everything that happens in your life. You are your own creator. You can be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. As long as you believe in yourself. As cheesy as that sounds. As long as you believe in yourself and you love yourself, that's all that matters. And you can get through anything. When I was a kid, I think I was like 7 or 8. This is when I actually noticed, like, oh shit, it's fucked up for fucking Hispanic out here. My auntie lives in Vallejo, and we were in Napa. Apparently, Napa is a very white person place. I don't know the demographics of all these places, but we were at a sporting like goods store. I think they were trying to buy me some shoes, and obviously my grandma doesn't speak any English, so every time we go to Vallejo, the main language that we speak is Spanish. And we were speaking Spanish in this store. You know, we were just talking about what shoes I wanted, and it was private. It was just us three. We were walking around the store, and some white man started following us. And he would just quack at us. Every single time we talk, he'd just start quacking. He was just like, quack, 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 quack. Like, every single time. So, obviously, through 3 women, me being fucking 7-year-old, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Like, why is he doing that? And then, I guess, as like the scene progressed, he was doing this to this other guy that was there too with his kid, and they were Hispanic as well, so they were speaking Spanish, and the guy was doing the same thing. He was just quacking at us, and eventually, I'm pretty sure it got to the point where the guy was saying something to him, so the manager of the store kicked the guy out, and I guess they took it outside though, and it ended up being that this guy was like some fucking KKK member, like a fucking different part of a KKK member, because apparently that's fucking big in Napa. But that's what I noticed. And then growing up, I grew up in a Hispanic household, going to an American school, having American friends. So growing up Hispanic, you learn a lot of the, you know, people that come from those places. They do believe men are more powerful, and they do believe machismo is a very big thing there. So I was one of the first and only in my family to break that fucking like mold into where I don't really listen to anyone. I'm the troublemaker. I don't really believe that a guy has power over me just because they might be a little bit stronger than me, you know. So that was a big thing. I had to see a lot of the other Hispanic people surrounding by me were the women were very weak, and they were very to their husbands, you know, like dedicated to their husbands. They didn't really care if they had a job. It was just like, oh no, my man's making money, like that's fine. But it's like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
Name a situation in specific that shaped you into the woman you are today. Or multiple.
Meeting my motherfucking best friend, Violet Batista.
Girl slept over here. So.
Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for this girl, I feel like I would not have made it this far in my life. It's just crazy. I don't know, she just helped me kind of start appreciating who I am, start helping me find myself. Feel like I have made it pretty far in my little self-discovery. Not as far as I want to be, but I feel like, honestly, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have started. I would have not even, I don't know, I feel like I would have been some whitewashed girl that went to Cappuccino High School and and now I'm at community college, you know, those bitches. But I'm not, so thank you, Violet. Also, getting expelled from Cappuccino. That was the best thing that happened to me, because then I got to go to Elko, and I feel like I met a lot of great people at Elko. Surprisingly, the senior class that I was a part of was very, like, they were dumb, so they were very open. It was great. They accepted everyone and anyone. You could absolutely, like, be whoever, you know. Obviously, there's still those girls that think they're hot shit. That's anywhere you go, you will find those girls. But it's like, nah, you know. By the time I got to Elko, I had already been friends with Violet for like a year or two, so I was like, nah, bitch, you can't fuck with me. I got Violet by my side. The future's so scary because it's so close, but it's so far. I feel like I don't have many plans, many goals as of right now. I don't know if that sounds bad, but just kind of going with the flow.
What do you want to accomplish?
I want to be successful. That's the thing. I know I'm going to be successful. I just don't know where. I want to go into politics for the main part of everything, but I'm lazy and I do not want to dedicate myself to the schooling of going to law school. So, but at the same time, I want to be some sort of photographer or some sort of artist. I want to put content out there, like good content, not just fucking, you know, like for example, if I'm doing photography, I don't want to be shooting the fucking it girl that everyone's shooting. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be doing anything basic. I can't be doing anything basic. I feel like, I don't know. I hope my life is a good life overall. I hope no matter where I end up, I hope I end up happy. That's my main goal, to be happy.